David Calvert coming your way with another Monday Marriage Minute. Going to do just a standalone session today about my mom and dad and their marriage. My dad passed away in 2014 and my mom passed away a little over 2 weeks ago. We just had her funeral this past week. And it got me to thinking about my parents and their marriage, and so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. When my dad died in 2014, they were just shy of 66 years together. So they had celebrated 65 years of marriage. And so some of the things that I wanted to talk about with regard to my parents, some of the things that I think that made their marriage really, really strong. One is laughter. They laughed together a lot. My dad was a big tease and a jokester, and so he and mom were very, very playful with one another, and they laughed together a lot, not at each other, but with each other. So they kept life fun for us. I was the youngest of three boys. They kept things fun for us, but we also saw them having fun with one another. One of my favorite pictures of my parents as we were going through pictures for the funeral celebration was a picture of my mom and dad. My dad is in the recliner, and it looks like he has just pulled my mom into the recliner with him, and she's just laughing her head off when someone snapped the picture. And that really just encapsulates the type of marriage that they had. They were quick forgivers. They didn't hold grudges. They didn't stay mad at each other. If they were wrong, they admitted it. They asked for forgiveness and they moved on. And I think that's one of the things that made their marriage so strong. My mom was extremely respectful with my dad, but she would also tell my dad if she thought he was wrong, and he listened to her. And sometimes he would change his mind and say, well, okay, we'll do things your way. So they cooperated. Neither one of them ran over the other or demanded their own way. It was a true partnership in the way they made decisions. And so they didn't throw things in the other person's face if something didn't turn out right when they made a decision like that. So they were a partnership. They were a team. They worked together. They had common goals and purposes. My dad was a pastor. My mom loved being a pastor's wife. She served right alongside my dad. She kind of found her own niche. She found her own ways of contributing to his ministry, but also having her own ministry, and he supported her and encouraged her in that. So they were a partnership in that way. They brought out the best in each other. They encouraged each other's growth. They encouraged each other to grow spiritually, mentally, emotionally, in every way. They emulated love for one another. They were still in love to Dad's dying day, and so they kept the romance alive in their marriage. And even when there were health issues that made it difficult, they just kept loving each other. So they had a wonderful marriage, and I just wanted to share a little bit with you about their marriage and about what I grew up with and what was a model to me. Probably had a big influence on me wanting to make marriages stronger. I had some great models. So anyway, until next time, this has been Monday Marriage Minute. Thanks for letting me share. God bless you. We'll see you next week.